Imagine your life falls apart. Your marriage ends. Your friendships feel shallow. You're a successful, well-known writer, but you feel spiritually and emotionally adrift. This isn't a hypothetical. It's what happened to author David Brooks, and it's the experience that sent him tumbling from his first mountain of success into a deep valley, forcing him to find a better, more meaningful way to live. This is the heart of his book, The Second Mountain. It's a powerful guide to moving from a life of self-centered individual achievement to a life of other-centered commitment and joy. The journey has three key stages: conquering the first mountain, surviving the valley, and finally, climbing the second mountain. The first mountain is the one our culture tells us to climb. It's about building up the self. It's about getting good grades, landing a great job, earning money, and building a personal brand. It's a life defined by ego and the pursuit of personal happiness. The problem is, this mountain often leaves people feeling empty and isolated, even after they've reached the peak. It's a life built on individualism, which Brooks argues is a recipe for loneliness. Then comes the valley. This is a period of suffering or crisis that knocks you off that first mountain. It could be a professional failure, the loss of a loved one, a divorce, or just a slow, creeping sense of disillusionment. Brooks argues this isn't just something to be endured, it's a period of necessary transformation. It's in the valley where your ego gets stripped away. You stop asking, "What do I want from life?" and start asking a much better question: what is life asking of me? This is where the shallow desires of the first mountain are replaced by the deeper longings for connection and purpose. And that leads to the second mountain. This life isn't a rejection of the first, but a total reorientation. It's a life of commitment and service. The goal is no longer personal happiness, but joy, a much deeper emotion that comes from giving yourself away to things that matter. Brooks identifies four core commitments that define the second mountain life. First is a vocation. This is different from a career. A career is about what you get. A vocation is about what you give. It's a calling to serve a need in the world. Second is marriage or family. This isn't a 50-50 transaction, but a total, unconditional commitment where two people fuse to become something greater than themselves. Third is a philosophy or faith. This is a framework for living that helps you make sense of suffering and transcend your own selfish impulses. And fourth is community. This is about deep-rooted belonging in a specific place where you are known, loved, and held accountable. Ultimately, the second mountain is a roadmap for a more meaningful life. It argues that the greatest joy is found not in self-fulfillment, but in self-giving. The key takeaway is best captured in Brooks's own words. The first mountain is about building up the ego and defining the self. The second mountain is about shedding the ego and losing the self. It's a call to a richer, more connected, and more joyful way of being. For further reading, consider Viktor Frankl's Man's Search for Meaning, which also explores finding purpose through suffering, or Brooks's earlier book, The Road to Character, which lays the groundwork by exploring the difference between our resume virtues and our eulogy virtues. Find more great summaries and reading guides at booksplat.com. Level up yourself today, 3 minutes at a time.